नंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जयो राधा श्याम सुंदर राधा श्याम सुंदर राधे जयो कृष्ण बलराम जयो वृंदावन धाम जयो गौरनिता जयो गौरनिता जय जय प्रभुपाद निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल श्री श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुम् उन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुः श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश। श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपदान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितां च। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणी। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम राम। Hare Krishna. I welcome all the devotees for today's evening Bhagavad Gita class. I offer my obeisances to all the devotees here. Kindly bless me so that we can discuss today's shloka and topics. Hare Krishna. So Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter 10. The title of this chapter is The Opulence of the Absolute. So in this chapter, Lord is explaining some of the important vibhuti, opulence of the Lord. So today we read the verse number 36. Length chapter. Yes. Kindly recite after me. Dyūtaṁ chalayatām asmi. Dyūtaṁ chalayatām asmi. tejas tejasvinām aham. tejas tejasvinām aham. jayo vyavasāyo. jayo vyavasāyo. sattvam sattvavatām aham. sattvam sattvavatām aham. dyūtaṁ छलयताम् asmi. tejas tejasvinām aham. jayo vyavasāyo. sattvam sattvavatām aham. dyūtaṁ chalayatām asmi. tejas tejasvinām aham. jayo vyavasāyo. sattvam sattvavatām aham. dyūtaṁ chalayatām asmi. tejas tejasvinām aham. jayo vyavasāyo. sattvam sattvavatām aham. dyūtam chalayatām asmi, tejas tejasvinām aham, jayosmi vyavasāyosmi, sattvam sattvavatām aham, dyūtam chalayatām asmi, tejas tejasvinām aham, jayosmi vyavasāyosmi, sattvam sattvavatām aham, dyūtam chalayatām asmi, tejas tejasvinām aham, jayosmi vyavasāyosmi, sattvam sattvavatām aham, dyūtam chalayatām asmi, tejas tejasvinām aham, jayosmi vyavasāyosmi, sattvam sattvavatām aham, dyūtam chalayatām asmi, tejas tejasvinām aham, jayosmi vyavasāyosmi, sattvam sattvavatām aham. Hare Kṛṣṇa. Synonyms, word to word meaning. Dyūtam, gambling. छलयताम्, of all cheats. Asmi, I am. Tejaḥ, the splendor. Tejasvinām, of everything splendid. Aham, I am. Jaya, victory. Asmi, I am. Vyavasāyaḥ, enterprise or adventure. Asmi, I am. Sattvam, the strength. Sattvavatām, of the strong. Aham, I am. Meaning of this verse: I am also the gambling of cheats, and of the splendid I am the splendor. I am victory, I am adventure, and I am the strength of the strong. Kindly recite after me. I am also the gambling of cheats, and of the splendid I am the splendor. I am victory, I am adventure, and I am the strength of the strong. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki. There are many kinds of cheaters all over the universe. Of all cheating process, gambling stands the supreme and therefore represents Kṛṣṇa. As the supreme, Kṛṣṇa can be more deceitful than any mere man. If Kṛṣṇa choose to devise a person, choose to deceive a person, no one can surpass him in the deceit. His greatness is not simply one-sided, it is all-sided. Among the victorious, he is victory. He is the splendor of the splendid. Among the enterprising and industrious, he is the most enterprising, the most industrious. Among adventurers, he is the most adventurous. And among the strong, he is the most strongest. When Kṛṣṇa was present on the earth, no one could surpass him in strength, even in his childhood. He lifted Govardhana hill. No one can surpass him in cheating. No one can surpass him in splendor. No one can surpass him in victory. No one can surpass him in enterprise. And no one can surpass him in strength. Hare Kṛṣṇa. So Kṛṣṇa is explaining some of the important vibhutis, the opulence, Aishwarya. So Arjuna asks the question that I would like to know in detail about your opulences so that I can remember all the time. In answer to this desire from Arjuna, Kṛṣṇa said that my opulences are unlimited, seamless. But I will explain some of the important ones. So in this chapter, from shloka 20th to 42, in 22 slokas, Kṛṣṇa is explaining his opulences. In each verse, in each shloka, there are 4 opulences. Normally 4 opulences are explained. Like for example here, I am the cheater among the cheaters. Dyūtaṁ chalayatām asmi, tejas tejasvinām 2, jayosmi vyavasāyosmi 3, sattvam sattvatām aham 4. So in each shloka, there are 4 opulences are explained. So in 22, how many? 84. 84 lakh yoni, so 84 opulences. 84 explained here. So dyūt krida, you know this dyūt krida? Gambling. So in olden days, this dyūt krida, they play up the dice, used to be very, very prominent. And there a lot of cheating happens here. And in most of the time, the one who does not know this game is sure to lose everything. Okay. So in Mahabharata, you must have heard the story of Yudhishthira Maharaj. Yudhishthira Maharaj was dharma personified. He is the dharma personified. But when he was invited to play this dice game, gambling, he could not reject it. Because for Kshatriyas, if somebody offers him to play this dice, he has to accept it. Because by nature, the Kshatriyas are supposed to face the challenges. So this is one of the challenge. And moreover, Duryodhana and party, they have already planned to cheat Yudhishthira Maharaj. And they told Dhritarashtra to invite him. So when Dhritarashtra, the king, is inviting Yudhishthira Maharaj, out of respect for the elders, he could not say no to this game. And this was all deceitful plan of the Duryodhana and the party. And if you are not expert, although this game is based on the truthfulness, but there is a lot of cheating happens here. So Yudhishthira Maharaj started playing the game, and Shakuni was the main leader in this. So he knew all the tricks how to play the dice. And in each time when he played the die, Yudhishthira went on losing. He lost everything, all the kingdom. And he also lost his brothers. And also his wife, good wife, Draupadi. Mata Draupadi was pulled in the game. And he lost Draupadi also. So this was such a cheat in this game. Yudhishthira Maharaj had lost everything, and then this Duryodhana and party asked them to go out of this kingdom for 14 years. And then there is one Ajñātavasa in disguise. So this all happened because of this game. And Yudhishthira Maharaj after this was so much distressful, and he started scolding himself. Alas, what a third-class person I was. Just without knowing this game, I lost everything. And my good brothers, my good wife. I think there is no one as fallen as me in this universe, to make such a decision and lose all my brothers. So he started crying. When Yudhishthira and all his brothers, they came to Kamyavan here, in Ajñātavasa they came in Kamyavan. That time Arjuna went to Swarga to bring weapons. So Yudhishthira Maharaj was very much morose and he was crying. At that time, there was a great Rishi, Brihadashva Rishi. He came on the side. And when he met all these Pandavas, he was very happy. But Yudhishthira Maharaj was crying. He said, Maharaj, have you seen a person who is such a fallen person? In this whole universe, I don't think you have seen a person like me. And just looking at the Yudhishthira Maharaj, Brihadashva Rishi narrated a story. Yudhishthira Maharaj, don't feel like that. This is all because of the time. You don't know how the time plays. We are all bound by the insurmountable time. Long time there was a king, Nala. And in his life, you are not only one person who has lost in this game. There was a king called Nala. You have heard the story of Nala Damayanti? So in Mahabharata, in one parva, Brihadashva Raja explained this, Brihadashva Rishi explained this story just to pacify Yudhishthira Maharaj. You don't have to worry because it's all time. And there was a great king called Nala. He also lost everything. So he narrated his story, Brihadashva Rishi said, क्या रहा पढ़िए? हाँ, okay. Brihadashva Rishi said, so this Maharaj is saying, is there a king on this earth who is more unfortunate than myself? Have you ever seen or heard of any such before? To my thinking, there is no man wretched as I am. So, to pacify Yudhishthira Maharaj, he narrated this Nala Damayanti story. Once there was a great king called Veerasena. And he has a son, his name was Prince Nala. A very beautiful prince and very powerful, very strong prince and with all good qualities. So the beauty of the Nala was explained. He was just like any other devatas, like devatas in the Swarga. Very beautiful. At the same time, there was a king called as Bhima in the town of Kaundinyapura. You know where the Kaundinyapura is? Kaundinyapura, it's in Maharashtra. Not Pune, but Vidarbha. This is Rukmini Mata, where the Rukmini Mata came. She was from Maharashtra, Vidarbha, same place. So Vidarbha, there was a king called Bhima, and he has got 4 sons. For a long time he did not have any issues, no sons, and he went to a rishi called a Daman Rishi. So Daman Rishi blessed him that he performed some sacrifice and he blessed him that he will have 4 santan, 4 children. So with the passage of time, the Bhima king got 4 children. And Daman Rishi himself named all these 4 children. The first name is Dama. Second one is Danta. Third one is Daman. And 4th one is a girl child. This is Damayanti. Okay. So when the Damayanti grew to her young age, she was very beautiful like any demigoddess from the heaven. So king wanted to give in marriage. He wanted to marry her to suitable groom, and he was thinking a proper husband for her. He was thinking, my daughter is very beautiful. So nobody in this planet is suitable for her. Only Devatas. The goddess from the Swarga, she should be marrying one of the Devatas from the Swarga. So seeing this, Damayanti, when she was young age, she wrote a letter. She wrote a letter to some of the Devatas in the Swarga. And he has some swan, the duck. And she gave that letter in the hands of duck and asked the duck to go to the Swarga and give it to Devatas. And the duck, when it was flying, it came to the Vidarbha where Nal Maharaj was there. So the two ducks were flying, very beautiful duck, just in front of his gallery of the palace. So Nal caught one of the duck and brought it down. And he tied, because it was very beautiful, duck. Swan. Yeah. So, Hamsa, yes. So this swan started speaking. My dear king, I am coming from Vidarbha and I have a message from Queen Damayanti. So please release me. And I want to go to Swarga. But the Hamsa, when she saw the beauty of the Nal king was very beautiful king. And that duck or that Hamsa started thinking that maybe Nala is the proper husband for our Queen Damayanti. They said, you release me, I will do a favor for you. I will give this letter to you. So then that swan gave the letter to Nala. Nala, when he saw that letter, so he fell in love with Damayanti. Because the duck explained that Damayanti is very beautiful. So Nal also started thinking about her. So this is the story he was narrating. And then, when the duck came back, the Hamsa came back and explained to Damayanti the beauty of that Nal. And also, is also very good qualities. It's just like Devta. I don't see any Devta is better than Nal. This is what Hamsa explains to Damayanti. So Damayanti also fell in love with Nal. So they both, without seeing both of them, they started loving them from the material perspective. And then the king organized the Swayamvara for the Damayanti. At that time, all the kings were invited. Damayanti was very sure that the same Nal will come and I will offer my garland to him in Swayamvara. Now, seeing the beauty of Damayanti, Indra, Varuna, Mitra, and another Devta. So 4 Devta from the Swarg, they came to know that Damayanti is so beautiful. So we will go to this on Vidarbha, on this earth, and we will try to participate in this Swayamvara. So they came from their golden plains. And at the same time, Nal was also going to Vidarbha from his kingdom, and this Devta also came. When because they knew that Nal is also going to participate and Damayanti loves Nal. So they asked this Nal, please stop. So the Devatas are very, powerful and very beautiful. So Nal also with respect offered his namaskar to them. Said, can you do a favor for us? We are Devata from the Sarg. Nal said, okay, if I can, it is up to, in the reach of me, I will help you. So they said, we are going to Vidarbha for the Swayamvara. And you help us, you go and tell Damayanti that goddess Devatas from the Sarga are coming. So you marry them. This is what the Devatas told Nala to tell Damayanti like this. But Nala was intelligent. He said, my dear Devatas, I am very sorry. I am also going for the same purpose. So I cannot take your order. So please excuse me. Then what these Devatas did was, they actually changed their shape, forms, just like Nala. They transformed themselves into beautiful Nala, same Nala like. And they went to Swayamvara. So in the Swayamvara, Damayanti was carrying a garland. He was to put the garland. But when she saw that there are so many kings which are looking very similar, and when she came to each of them, their names were announcing. So his name was Nal. Next was also Nal. Next was also Nal. So 4 Nal. So Damayanti got confused. Who is my real love? Who is my real Nal? And whom should I put the garland? Then at that time she prayed, Lord Vishnu, my dear Lord, if you think I have truly loved that Nala, whom my Hamsa delivered the letter, you please help me to find out. So then there was some kind of Akashvani. In the Akashvani it was said that the Devatas don't close their eyes. There was an Akashvani. The Devatas don't close the eyes. So Damayanti got very satisfied and she went on very closely observing. So all these 4 Devatas were not closing their eyes like we human beings. But the real Nal was closing the eyes. He was totally perspirated and he was frightened what would happen. So immediately Damayanti understood he is the real Nal because he is from the Bhuloka. So she put the garland to the actual Nal. And all the Devata became very happy. They just wanted to test the love of both of them. And they blessed both of them. We were the Devatas, we wanted to test you. But in our test, you both are qualified. And then Devata being very expert in cooking, they taught cooking to Nal. So they made Nal very expert in cooking, as a gift to him. So that's why in India, Nal Paka is said to be very famous, very celebrated. When the Nal makes any bhoga, that was excellent, Nal Paka. So he became very expert in cooking. So after that, Nal and Damayanti got married. And Nal took Damayanti to his kingdom. So they lived almost about 13 years very happily. After 13 years, Nal was having a brother, younger brother. His name was Pushkar. He was expert in playing the gambling. In dice playing, he was very, very expert. And one day, he offered his brother, so can we play this dice? Long time we have not played. So it was a cheating. But Nal was very sober. He said, okay, now he is inviting, let's play. And Pushkar was having a bad intention in his mind. He wanted to drive away Nal from the kingdom and take all the kingdom in his hand. So when Nal went on playing, he was not expert, so he started losing everything. Nal lost everything. And Pushkar, cunningly, he made him to lose his kingdom, all the properties, and also the dress on his, all that golden ornaments and the helmet, everything. He lost everything. So Nal was thinking, he's my brother, so it is just a game. So after that he will give everything back. But when he got everything, he told his brother, now brother, I won everything. You are left with nothing, so you have to go out of my kingdom. At that time, in between, you can see that in this picture, Damayanti was very much worried. Why Nal is, playing this game? And he does not know how to play. He is losing everything. So she came and started to stop him. But Nal was, he was engrossed into that play. And immediately, she became very, morose. And when Nal lost everything, Pushkar asked both of them to get out of this kingdom. And Nal lost all his dress with a small cloth, covering his body, and with Damayanti, he left in the mid of the night that kingdom. And it's all because of this gambling game. And when started walking into the forest, in the forest, Nal told Damayanti, look, my dear Damayanti, it's not good for you to wander in this forest like me. I can manage somehow. So you please go back to your home, your father's house, so that he will, you will be protected there. Damayanti said, no, I cannot leave you in this condition and go home. So Nal, being a great king, he was worried. In the dead of the night, with a good wife, to wander in the forest is not good. So he thought that, somehow, if I go out from here, she will manage to go to her house. So in the dead of the night, when Damayanti was sleeping, Nal cut her some part of her sari and he covered his body and he started leaving from that place. Before that, Nal was having some cloth on his body. At that time, there are two ducks, golden colored ducks, just like a gold. They started flying. They were coming. Nal saw them. Oh, these are golden ducks. If I catch one of them and by selling them in the market, I can get some money. But how to catch them? So what Nal did was, whatever cloth he was having to cover his body, he took that cloth and he just threw that cloth on them. And both the duck caught that cloth and then started flying high. And they started laughing. Yes, we are nothing but we were the dice in the game. And we were looking for this cloth because we wanted to make you naked. So this is the play game, dice game. If you don't know that game, it will make you naked. So they wanted to teach a lesson. And now Nal was, very much afraid of his wife. And then he cut some of the sari and put on his body and he went away from that place. So Damayanti, when she got in the morning, saw Nal was not there. So she started looking for him. At that time, Nal knew one of his friend. His name is Rituparna, King Rituparna. In Srimad Bhagavatam, 9th canto, this story is, shortly mentioned. The Nal came to Rituparna because he disguised himself as a cooking man, And he asked Rituparna that I will cook for you. Rituparna said, okay, he said, I am expert in cooking, so give me a job. So he gave a job to him. And this Rituparna was very expert in dice playing, in gambling. He was very expert. And Nal was also, one of the skill Nal was having was how to control the horses. So he was having that skill. So with the passage of time, both of them became, friends. And he told all his story. And Rituparna was very compassionate about him. Don't worry, I will teach you how to play this game. So he trained him in playing that chess. And Nal trained him how to control the horses. So this is there in Srimad Bhagavatam, 9th canto. And one day, when Nal was cooking for the king, Damayanti somehow she came to know that my husband in disguise is taking a job of cooking. And then when she came to know, she went back to his father's place. And then his father said, your husband has gone. So I will arrange one more Swayamvara for you. Look for husband. Then Damayanti thought that it may be good idea to again invite Nal for this marriage. And I will marry him. So the king once again arranged this Swayamvara. And at that time, Nal also came along with Rituparna, knew that this is Damayanti. And he helped Nala. So the way they both came to that, Rituparna himself took that friend Nala to this place. And again there was a Swayamvara. And Nal, Damayanti chose Nal again as a husband. And he told, in disguise, why you choose me? I am with no kingdom and nothing is there with me. Damayanti said, you are my husband. So irrespective of what you have, I really love you. So that's how they again become husband and wife. Now they came back to the kingdom. Now by this time Nal is very expert in playing the dice. Okay. And when he came, this time the Pushkar, his brother, was the king. And he had become very proud. So when his brother came again, he thought that I will again ask my brother to play this dice. And this time I will ask him to put his wife on the game. Because Damayanti was very beautiful. So Pushkar thought that if I snatch this Damayanti, I will kick out my brother again. So this time, Nal did not show that I know this game. Okay. And okay, all right, let's play again. Then they started playing again. Now he is expert. So Nal played very good game and he conquered all his kingdom back. Now it was Nala in his hand. He could have driven away his brother out of the kingdom. He must have kicked him out. But he was very compassionate. He said, no, there is no fault of you. It's all the fault is in this game. Chalayatām. So this game is very deceiving game. So he gave half of his kingdom to the brother and asked to wait, you don't have to go. This was the great quality of Nal. And this story, when Brihaspati Rishi told to Yudhishthira to pacify him, Yudhishthira got little, peace hearing this story. So the point is, Kṛṣṇa is saying, out of all the cheating, the gambling is the most cheating game. And I am the cheater, I am the gambler. This is what Kṛṣṇa is saying. So that is why Prabhupada has made it very strict that in devotion, nobody should take part in gambling. So this is how we learn from this Mahabharata. And this gambling, it steals the truthfulness. So that's why the 4 rules Prabhupada has made: no gambling, no meat eating, no illicit sex. Illicit sex will ponder all your cleanliness. All your cleanliness will go. By gambling, the truthfulness will go. Okay. And by eating meat, the mercy will go. Okay. So truthfulness, cleanliness, mercy and tapasya. Drinking will lose your austerity. So that's why Prabhupada has made compulsory that in devotion we should be away from all these 4 habits. Okay. So dyūtam, in dyūta, chalayatām, asmi, tejasvinām. Out of all the splendors, splendor means teja. I am the tejas. Jayosmi, vyavasāyosmi. Jaya means victory. In all the enterprise, in all the business, I am the most successful. So in Bhagavad Gita, Sanjay concludes Bhagavad Gita, Yatra Yogeshwara Kṛṣṇa, Yatra Partho Dhanurdhara, Tatra Sri Vijaya Nitir Bhutir Mati Mama. The victory, Vijaya, wherever Kṛṣṇa is there, that party will be victorious. Because Kṛṣṇa is jayo asmi, vyavasāyosmi. He is the victorious. In all the business, Lord is victorious. In all enterprise, in all adventurous, the Lord is most adventurous. So in Srimad Bhagavatam, in 8th canto, there is a Samudra Mantana. You know this Samudra Mantana, heard about it? So there was a quarrel between demigods and the asuras, demons. And many times there used to be fight among them. So in order to make them peaceful, Lord started one enterprise, a business. It's a 50-50 joint venture. So Lord became a director and asked both the parties that we will churn the ocean. And under his direction, the churning was happening. This is a very big task, very big business. Lord said, if you churn this ocean, there will be so many valuables coming out of this. So then we will distribute among ourselves. That is the business, 50-50 business. And then in this Samudra Mantana, Lord took so many avatar. He asked both the parties to go and, uproot this Mandara Parvata. Make it as the Mathani, churning rod. Okay. And then Vasuki as the rope. With that rope you have to churn, the Samudra. Such a big task, very big business, big project. And you know the story that they started churning, and the first valuable thing that came out of this was halal, wish, poison. And all the demigods started praying Lord Shiva, because Lord told them, you go to Shiva and he will help you. So Lord Shiva drank that poison. That's why his name is Nilakantha. His Kantha, throat became blue because of drinking that poison, so he's Nilakantha. And then came Surabhi. So that Surabhi guy, it was given to all the rishis for the milk. And then came the Dhanusha. That Dhanush was given to Bali Maharaj. Then came the Airavata, elephant, very splendid elephant. And that elephant was given to Indra. So 50-50 joint venture. And also came Goddess Lakshmi. So the Lakshmi, she came with the garland in the hand and she chose Lord Vishnu as her husband, the director of the business, the husband. And came the Kaustubh and the moon. So many valuables came. It was all distributed. And finally came the Amruta. And that Amruta, when they came, Dhanvantari came with that Kalasha of Amruta, all the demons started calling among themselves. The son, the father and the grandfather, they all are calling among themselves. No, you are the young son. Why you need Amruta? I am old, so let me drink it. Sun is saying, you are already invalid and old. What's the use of you drinking the nectar? Let me drink. So there was a quarrel. So looking at this, Lord took the Mohini Avatara. And he deceived all of them. And he gave the Amrut to Devtas. So Sukadeva Goswami asked the question to Parikshit Maharaj. Both the parties were 50-50 joint venture. The time was same. Okay. The goal was same. The resources were same. But why the result was different? Devtas got Amruta. And the Asuras did not get Amruta. Why? So this is the learning from this whole, Leela. Sukadeva Goswami concludes this chapter with very beautiful verse. Evam sura suragano samadesha kala hetvarta karma matayopi phale vikalpa. Evam suragana samadesha kala hetvarta karma matayopi phale vikalpa. Tatramrutam surajana phalamanjasapu yatpada pankajaraja shrayananya daitya. Although the place, the time, the resources, the goal, everything was same in the project. But why only the demigods got the Amruta? It's because demigods were surrendered to Kṛṣṇa. And demons were not surrendered to Kṛṣṇa. So that's why they got Amruta. So this is the learning. In our life, however strong we may be, however cheater we may be, however splendid we may be, however strong we may be, but if there is no Kṛṣṇa in your side, you may not be victorious. But one who is surrendered to Kṛṣṇa, he may easily cross the ocean and he may be victorious. So, similarly, of all the sattva-vatām means strength, the most strong, out of all the strength, Kṛṣṇa is the strongest. When he was 7-year-old, Kṛṣṇa, he lifted the Govardhana. And he lifted Govardhana just like, not with lot of efforts, just like an elephant. Sometimes, elephant, when he saw the mushroom, this mushroom, when the elephant looks at the mushroom, it just effortlessly takes it and throws it away. So in a similar way, in Garg Samhita it is explained, Yatho chilindram shishurashravo gajaha swapushkarenaiva cha pushkaram gira dritva vibho Sri Brajarajanandanaha vipakaroso karunamaya prabhu yato chilindram. Just like a mushroom, the elephant lifts the mushroom from its trunk. So just like Kṛṣṇa, his left hand, he lifted the Govardhana just to protect all the Brajavasis, Karunamayi. So out of all the, in all these opulences, the Lord is explained as asamordhva. Asamordhva means no one is stronger than Kṛṣṇa. No one is as beautiful as Kṛṣṇa. No one is as victorious as Kṛṣṇa. And no one is as smart as Kṛṣṇa. Nobody can defeat Kṛṣṇa in any of these opulences. So that is why in this, the 4 opulences, Lord has explained is dyūtaṁ chalayatām asmi. Out of all the gambling, cheating, I am the dyūtam. Tejasvinām. Out of all the tejasvi, I am the tejas. And out of all the vyavasāyo, I am the jayo, the victory in all the business or enterprise or the adventure. and out of all the strength I am the most strongest. So these four appearances Krishna is explaining. So in Bhagavad Gita, yad yad vibhuti mat sattvam srimad urjitam evava tattad eva gachatvam mama tejo amsha sambhava. Whenever you see a more splendid, more beautiful, more strongest things on this earth, so you be sure that it is just only the amsha sambhava, the small fraction of my splendor. So that's why Krishna explained. So like this, in each of the shloka, Krishna has explained four appearances. So in all together, 84 appearances he has explained in this chapter. And looking at all those, whenever we look at anything, we should be able to remember Krishna. And that was the purpose why he explained all this. So, just to conclude, Prahlad Maharaj in his prayer is okay. So Prahlad Maharaj said, Yasmin yata yadhiyena tayasya yasman yasmai yata yadutayasvaparah paro va bhava karoti vikaroti pratak svabhavah sanchoditasti dakilam bhavata swarupam. It's a very beautiful verse. Yasmin yata yadhiyena tayasya yasman. As one acts in different situation, whatever the place that he works, with the strength that he works, and whatever time that he works, it's all because of your influence, prabhava, and nothing else. It's all Krishna. So this is the complete surrendering to Krishna. In this verse, my Lord, without you there is nothing. Everything is just representation of the small fraction of your representation. So that's why I surrender to you. So this is what Prahlad Maharaj said. Hare Krishna. Let's stop here. Okay, so if you have any question, comment. Yeah. हाँ बोलिए.
जैसे गोपियाँ जो है वो जब कृष्ण पास में रहते थे फिर भी सेपरेशन क्यों फील होता है?
हाँ, ओके. तो ये एक्चुअली महाभाव स्वरूपा थे वो. दे आर सो मच एनग्रॉस इन सीइंग द कृष्णा. अभी क्या है कि बहुत अगर श्रीमंत व्यक्ति होता है ना, उसको डर होता है पैसा सब कब निकल जाएगा, है ना. या उच्च पद में जो व्यक्ति है उसको लगता है कि मेरा कुर्सी कब निकल जाएगा. स्वर्ग में इंद्र को भी ये डर रहता है कि कब आके असुर लोगों ने कब्जा करेंगे, है ना. तो ऐसा गोपियों को बहुत बड़ा धन मिला है भगवान. तो कृष्ण सामने होते हुए भी कभी कभी डर होता है कब चले जाएंगे. रुक्मिणी माता को जब कृष्ण आते थे तो वो रोती थी, आप आए मुझे खुश है लेकिन जाएंगे इसलिए मैं रो रहा हूँ रो रही हूँ. तो आप छोड़ के जाएंगे इसलिए मैं रो रही हूँ. तो ऐसा गोपियों को ये भाव था, इतना भगवान के प्रति उनका प्रेम और अटैचमेंट था, इसलिए कब निकल जाएंगे और जब निकलेंगे वो हमारे लिए बहुत दुखदायक होगा. अभी वो दुख को याद करके वो रोते थे. हरे कृष्ण. श्रीमद् भगवद गीता की, श्रील प्रभुपाद की.